everyday English podcast.
By English Talking Today.
Hello, and welcome to English Talking Today. It's great to have you here listening with me. I hope your day is going well. Today we have a special topic to discuss together. We're going to learn how to talk about family. When you meet new people or chat with friends, talking about family happens all the time. That's why learning these words and phrases will be so helpful for you. Don't worry if you're just starting to learn English. We'll take it slowly and practice together. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, let's start with a simple question. Do you have a big family or a small family? This is a question people often ask when they meet you for the first time. It's a friendly question and it's easy to answer. If you have many brothers and sisters, many aunts and uncles, and many cousins, you can say, I have a big family. If you have just a few people in your family, you can say, I have a small family. Both answers are perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong answer here. You're just sharing information about yourself. Now, let's talk about the people in your family. The most important words you need to know are mother, father, sister, and brother. Your mother is your mom. Your father is your dad. These are the people who raised you. If you have a sister, she is a girl in your family. If you have a brother, he is a boy in your family. Some people have one sister or one brother. Some people have 2 or 3 or even more. And some people don't have any sisters or brothers. We call these people only children because they are the only child in the family. All of these situations are normal. Let me give you some example sentences so you can practice. Listen carefully. I have one brother and one sister. That's a simple sentence. Or you can say, I have 2 brothers. Or maybe I don't have any brothers or sisters. I'm an only child. Do you see? These sentences are not difficult. You can make sentences like these to talk about your family. Try to say one sentence about your brothers and sisters right now. Yes, really try it. Even if you're alone, practice saying it out loud. This will help you remember. Let's talk about your parents now. When people ask about your parents, they might say, what do your parents do? This means, what is their job? You can answer in different ways. Maybe your mother is a teacher. You can say, my mother is a teacher. Or maybe your father works in an office. You can say, my father works in an office. Perhaps your mother doesn't work outside the home. You can say, my mother stays at home, or my mother is a homemaker. All of these answers are good. You're doing great, by the way. Learning a new language takes time, and you're making progress every day. Now I want to teach you about extended family. Extended family means the people in your family who are not your parents or your brothers and sisters. These are people like your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, and your cousins. Your grandmother is your mother's mother or your father's mother. Your grandfather is your mother's father or your father's father. Many people call their grandmother grandma and their grandfather grandpa. These are more informal and friendly words. Your aunt is your mother's sister or your father's sister. Your uncle is your mother's brother or your father's brother. And your cousins are the children of your aunts and uncles. In many countries in Asia, like Vietnam or Indonesia, families are very close with their extended family. People often see their grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins regularly. In some European countries, like Germany or Sweden, families might live far apart and see each other less often. but family is still important everywhere in the world. Here's a useful phrase you should know. When someone asks, how many people are in your family, you need to decide what to include in your answer. Some people only count the people living in their house. So they might say there are 4 people in my family: my mother, my father, my sister, and me. Other people include their extended family. They might say, I have a big family with many aunts, uncles, and cousins. Both ways of answering are correct. You can answer however you want. Let me teach you how to describe people in your family. You can talk about their age, their appearance, or their personality. For age, you can use words like young, old, or you can say their age in numbers. For example, my brother is 25 years old, or my grandmother is elderly, which means she is quite old. For appearance, you can use simple words like tall, short, thin, or heavy. You might say, my father is tall, or my sister has long hair. For personality, you can use words like kind, funny, quiet, or friendly. For example, my mother is very kind, or my brother is funny. He makes me laugh. Let's practice with a complete example. Imagine you're telling someone about your sister. You might say, I have one sister. Her name is Maria. She is 22 years old. She is tall and has short hair. She is very friendly and likes to talk to people. She works at a hospital as a nurse. Can you see how we built a description using simple sentences? Each sentence adds a little more information. This is how you can talk about anyone in your family. Now I want to teach you about talking about family activities. Families do many things together. You might eat dinner together every night. You might watch television together. You might go to the park on weekends. When you talk about these activities, you can use the present simple tense. For example, we eat dinner together every evening, or my family watches movies on Friday nights, or we visit my grandparents every month. These sentences show activities that happen regularly. Here's another common question people ask. Are you close to your family? This means, do you have a good relationship with your family? Do you spend time together? Do you talk to each other often? If you have a good relationship with your family, you can say, yes, I'm very close to my family, or yes, we spend a lot of time together. If you don't see your family often, you might say, I love my family, but we live far apart, or I talk to my family on the phone every week. Remember, every family is different, and that's okay. Let me give you some more useful phrases for talking about family. If you want to say you look similar to someone in your family, you can say, I look like my mother, or my brother, and I look similar. If you want to talk about who you live with, you can say, I live with my parents, or I live alone, but my family lives nearby. If someone asks about your family's home country, you might say, my family is from Poland, or my parents came from the Philippines, but I was born here. These are all natural ways to share information about your family. Sometimes people ask about family traditions. A tradition is something your family does regularly, especially on special days. Maybe your family eats a special meal on birthdays. Maybe you have a special celebration for New Year. You can talk about this by saying, in my family we always, and then describe what you do. For example, in my family, we always eat cake on birthdays, or we always visit the temple during the New Year celebration. Sharing traditions is a nice way to help people understand your culture and your family. I want you to remember something important. When you're learning English, making mistakes is normal and okay. If you say, my mother have 3 sisters, instead of, my mother has 3 sisters, people will still understand you. The most important thing is to practice and keep trying. Every time you speak English, you get better. Every time you make a sentence about your family, you're learning. Be patient with yourself. Learning a language is like learning to ride a bicycle. At first it feels difficult, but with practice, it becomes easier and more natural. Let's review some key phrases one more time so you can remember them. When someone asks about your family, you can start with, I have a big family, or I have a small family. You can say, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, or I'm an only child. You can describe family members by saying, my father is tall, or my mother is very kind. You can talk about activities by saying, we eat dinner together, or my family likes to go hiking. These are all simple, useful sentences that you can use in real conversations. Before we finish today, I want to give you some homework. Yes, homework. But don't worry, it's easy and fun. I want you to try writing 5 sentences about your family in English. Just 5 simple sentences. Maybe 1 sentence about how many people are in your family. 1 sentence about your mother or father. 1 sentence about your siblings if you have them. 1 sentence about what your family likes to do together. And 1 sentence about something special about your family. Write these sentences down. Say them out loud. Practice them. This will help you remember everything we talked about today. You did such a great job today. We covered so much important vocabulary and so many useful phrases for talking about family. You learned how to say who is in your family, how to describe them, and how to talk about what your family does together. These are skills you can use right away in real conversations. Family is something everyone can talk about, so now you're ready to join these conversations in English. Remember, the best way to improve your English is to practice every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Talk to yourself about your family in English. Describe your family members out loud when you're alone. Make simple sentences. Don't worry about being perfect. Just practice and have fun with the language. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I really enjoyed talking with you about family, and I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and share it with your friends who are also learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to English Talking Today so you won't miss our next lesson. We have many more interesting topics coming up, and I can't wait to share them with you. Until we meet again, continue practicing and learning, and always remember that you're improving your English every single day. Stay well, and I look forward to our next lesson together. Bye for now and see you soon.